to come back from that. Maybe sluggish from the night before because they had a great win the night before. And so what I'm looking for today is for the Vipers to get back to what brings them success. Sharing the basketball, transition baskets, solid fundamental defense, and executing on the offensive side.
So the game has tipped off, and we already have a stoppage for something. Starting lineups quickly for the Valley Vipers: Mike Brown, Quentin Scott, Jalen Melvin, Tremel Anthony, and Miles Roper. Tremel Anthony getting the start tonight as he inbounds to Michael Brown after that stoppage of play. Brown takes, jumps up, no good. Back the other way. For Montreal on the floor: Nervins Demosthenes, Dominic Welsh, Tafari Beckford, Marc-Andre Fortin, and Anton Mason for the Toundra. A stoppage of play. I missed that. What did we see there?
A deflection. Great defense by Melvin, anticipating a pass back to the point guard, and then just hustled out of bounds and tried to throw it back in, but I think he stepped on the line. Great hustle play by the postman.
Okay, so we got 14 for Montreal. That is Mason. Driving in, closely guarded by Anthony. Shot off the back iron and good. One man pressing for Montreal. That is Nervins Demosthenes, as Mike Brown brings it up the court. Passes over to Anthony. Anthony to Quentin Scott, the all-star. Driving in, Quentin Scott. Close defense, double teamed, hard off the side iron, no good. Gets to 10, that is Beckford. Over to, I did not see that number, I apologize. Ends up in the hands, Marc-Andre Fortin with the bucket. Michael Brown under the basket, kicks to Roper. Roper drives. That looked awfully close to a travel. Missed the shot nonetheless.
Yeah, not getting a lot of offensive rebounds yet. Speaking of a travel, I think Toundra just got away with one. But, no offensive rebounds yet. I think the Vipers are very effective at offensive rebounding when they're in the paint and expect a shot to go up.
Michael Brown seemed like a miscommunication there as he tried looking for, I believe, Scott, and it went out of bounds. The Toundra light blue jerseys with gold numerals. Very interesting look here, Coach, for their uniforms. Very unique. And it's a foul. 3 points coming.
Just have to let him land. I think Tremel was a little bit late closing out and made a little bit of contact on the way down. Didn't really affect the shot whatsoever, but a good call by the official. Quick 7-0 lead. About to go to 8 possibly for the Toundra.
That was number 14, Anton Mason, who got the shot. 4-point play, up and good. Yeah, down 8-0. This is not where you want to start. Closely guarded by Demosthenes. Tremel Anthony under the basket, kicks out to Roper. 3-point shot up, that's good. What a shot, Miles Roper.
Great penetration by Anthony and finding the open shooter on the outside. It's essentially an inside-out three. Roper's shoulders square to the basket. Great looking shot. We've talked multiple times when Roper elevates on his shot and his jump shot has a high arcing trajectory, good things happen.
No, mishandled the ball. Roper to Quentin Scott. Dishes right back. And
shot clock malfunction.
Should
be around 14,
Haven't we seen this before?
That's pretty common theme. Great hustle play. Great hustle play by Roper. Drains a three, comes out, plays hard on the ball man defense.
Anthony to Brown. Deflected, I believe that was Mason, yes. Ends up in the hands of Quentin Scott, who dishes a deep 2-point shot.
Great turn and face.
That is 10, Tafari Beckford over to 12 for 10. Whistle. Out of bounds, and it goes to the Vipers. Tremel Anthony up to Michael Brown. Brown taking his time, dishes it down to Scott, closely guarded by Mason. Scott drives, looks, fires up a shot hard off the back iron, no good. Rebound by Welsh. Welsh driving it left side, kicks over to number 12, 4'10". A foul, no shot. What'd you see there?
I think a little bit of contact off the exchange. They did kind of a dribble handoff ball screen combination. The Toundra did. And the Vipers got caught behind both. Good help defense by Roper, though.
Demosthenes over to Mason. Kicks over to Beckford. Airs one up, no good. Rebound by the big man, Jalen Melvin. Up to Tremel Anthony. Anthony driving, cross court to Roper, Scott, Mike Brown. Mike Brown drives, and a foul call. It looked like he got the ball, but then reached down to his arm.
I mean, great drive by Mike Brown. Good ball reversal, too. So quick defensive rebound, outlet quick to Anthony on the wing. Got as far as he could, then reversed the basketball. Then the ball came back to his side, which was Mike was wide open for a quick rip to his right and then attacking the basket.
2 shots coming for Michael Brown, former Handley High School graduate. First shot, no good. Second shot for Brown, up and good.
Nice little 6-0 run by the Vipers offensively. But defensively, picking up the intensity, calling out ball screens aggressively.
Number 10, Tafari Beckford, over to number 5, Dominic Welsh misses that three-point shot. Fast break, Quentin Scott, what do we have? A block. Ooh, that was close.
I mean, it actually wasn't, he slid and turned late. So when Scott picked the ball up at the top of the key, or probably around the foul line, and immediately looked a Euro step to his right, the defender absolutely got there late. Now, he hit him square in the chest, but he's already entitled to that lane. And if he comes in late and then turns, it's a good call by the official.
First shot.
It was close, but it was a good call by the official.
First shot up and good by Scott. Second shot coming up and good. A great run for the Vipers. It is tied up at 8, 7:46 left. The inbound comes. That is 10-14. Back.
I'll tell you what, I love what the Vipers are doing defensively right now. They have guys 2 passes away calling out their offensive set, which is great.
That was an athletic play by Dominic Welsh, 2-step and a one-handed layup. Scott to Roper, dishes down to Scott, taking his time, dribbling, turns, passes to Anthony. Anthony trying to drive, gets around to the big man Melvin. Melvin looking, turns. Anthony up, hard off the front iron, no good. Into the hands of Mason, it looks like, over to number 3, Demosthenes. Shot up, no good. Scott to Brown, back to Scott to Anthony. Anthony mishandled. It stays with the Vipers.
I mean, good transition there, too. It looks like the Vipers, once again, added focus on transition. Get that defensive rebound and get up the floor.
So we got a timeout. The Toundra up on the Vipers 10-8 with 6:46. I understand we got started a little bit late on the broadcast after the starting lineups, but it's a good time to ask you, Coach. You've been in basketball for quite some time, where the Vipers are hosting Montreal out of Canada. I'm sure you have some experience with long road trips. In the eyes of Montreal, what are you thinking out of a long road trip down to a place like Winchester?
Well, it's really getting to get to a point of normalcy as much as possible, right? I'm sure they have away game, I guess, itineraries or agendas on what is acceptable, right? But I tell you what, and what we've always focused on, regardless of the venue, the ball's going to bounce the same. The dimensions are the same of the basketball court. Typically, officials are fairly consistent. They get it right 95% of the time, no matter where you go, right? So don't make excuses about being away. Don't make excuses about where you're going to play or whatever road trip is. The only exception is maybe if you have, no rest time in between games. That's a challenge, right? Just recovery time is extremely important in an up-and-back game like basketball. But I tell you what, if both teams are well rested, I know the Vipers are. I'm not sure what the Toundra season has been like, and if they're winding down, if they have, tired legs. But maintaining normalcy and understanding that you control what's inside the lines, right? No excuses. We control what's inside the lines, and just adopt that mentality. And regardless of where you are, you should have some level of success.
Yeah, I'm sure with a long road trip as such, it's you sort of have to shift stuff around. Obviously, for a long road trip in any sport, and I'm going back to the high school level, that sometimes you're leaving school early and stuff to get down there at a decent time, so on and so forth. But, the travel time, I know sometimes it might be taxing.
Well, it is if you don't have adequate preparation time beforehand. Like if they somehow made some crazy all-night travel day and they just got into the gym and weren't able to, sleep well or got in late last night, if they are prepared, then they should be fine. There should be no excuses.
So 10-8, the Toundra and the Vipers. I must say these jerseys, if I'm not calling a number immediately, because their jersey, the number on the front of the Toundra jersey is kind of hard to see, so bear with us there. The Vipers in their home pinstripe uniforms as we come out of the media timeout. It's the Toundra and the Vipers on the Basketball League TV as we come out of the timeout. Tremel Anthony, Miles Roper, Jalen Melvin, Mike Brown, Quentin Scott. Anthony to inbound it to Scott. Quickly drive, fade away, no good. Rebound by 13, Levi Landol.
See, once again, that's a little surprising me. Great inbounds play, high percentage shot. We had 2 or 3 guys that on clearly that inbounds play is designed to get Scott the basketball and to play a little bit of one-on-one, creating a switch off the screen set by the point guard. But a little bit of surprise. We know that Scott's going to shoot the ball there, right? Need to get in and offensively rebound. As great a player as Scott is, our all-star is, he's not shooting 100% from the field.
Michael Brown with the 2-point play after the missed 3-point bucket by Anton Mason for the Toundra. Number 1, Mambi Diarwa to 14, back to Diarwa. Over to 10, passing it all around, dishes it to 13, Landol, in the bucket counts. Mr. Jalen Melvin arguing that he was standing straight in a legal guarding position, but it looked like he came down just a little.
Well, I think Jalen got beat a little bit off the original offensive move, and he was trying to hit hard down on the basketball, hoping that he got some contact, but also he wasn't going to allow him to shoot. The official didn't call the first foul. And I can see also what Melvin is voicing to the official. There definitely was a hook by that post player. A hook being on a drop step, dropping your shoulder back and wrapping your left or right arm, your non-dribbling arm around to seal the defender away. Technically, that's a hold. That should have been that's a call.
Landol at the line. One more up and good. Anthony to inbound it to Mike Brown. You got Diawara guarding past the front court, rather, one-man press. Quentin Scott asking for a carry. The opponent will not get it. Tremel Anthony back to Scott, driving in, kicks out to Miles Roper, driving in, floater up. What was that? It looked like goaltending?
No, the ball went through, all the way through, and it looks like somebody went up to possibly get a rebound, and a hand went underneath and hit the ball back up through the net. So that is a dead ball situation. The bucket does count as soon as it passes through the orange.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, that looked very interesting. So Toundra with the ball, 1/10. 3-point shot good by Tafari Beckford. Mike Brown to Miles Roper. Roper drives, floater off balance. Jalen Melvin with the second chance effort.
I love the second chance effort there. Love the offensive rebound.
10-13. That's Londole for 2. Michael Brown, this game's getting pretty fast paced. Michael Brown trying to set something up over to Tremel Anthony. Anthony floats it up to Jalen Melvin. Driving around, trying to create space. What a shot, man.
Well, great recognition by the wing passer. Notice there was no backside help on Melvin. Let's loft it up and let the big man play.
Diawara hands off to Mason. Back to Diawara. Ball mishandled. He gets it right back. Awaiting subs on both sides. Taking his time. 3-point shot. Hard off the glass. No good. Anthony to Brown. Brown, Mike Brown driving in. What an athletic play right there.
Just great transition again by the Vipers, getting up and down the floor.
And the Toundra won a timeout. This is becoming a close game here in the first quarter at 18 apiece. 3:53 left in the first quarter. Josh Kirby alongside my broadcast partner, Tim Wygant. And once again, huge thanks to Shenandoah University for making this live stream possible. We're back after this on the Basketball League TV. Josh Kirby, Tim Wygant back with you. The Toundra and the Vipers. Vipers basketball on the Basketball League TV. It's not the most ideal broadcast setup today, Coach, but I'm glad you're with us today. It's great to have you here.
My pleasure, man. As long as we're here, it's a good day, right?
It's a great day watching basketball, I'm sure. So number 10, Tafari Beckford, driving in. And a foul call with the basket counting. Coach Connor is visibly upset, yelling at somebody. So Justin Brown called for the foul. Beckford shooting one more for the Toundra.
I didn't see a whole lot of contact. He looked like he was straight up. Maybe he was backing up a little bit. I'm not sure.
One shot for Beckford. Up and good. Darrell Armstrong into the game for the Vipers. Up to Mike Brown.
It's like a guard-heavy lineup by both teams.
Brown jacks one up, no good. Brown trying to get the rebound, but 3 Toundra player right there. Beckford driving right side. Up to Diawara. Back to Beckford. To Diawara. Taking his time, driving, pivots, back to 13. Layup from behind his back, no good. Mishandles the ball. My goodness, 13 over to 6. That's Philip Flory, no good. That is Miles Roper, yes. Missed 3-point opportunity. Fast break. And Flory with the layup. And Coach Connor wants a timeout. Obviously not a great start coming out of the timeout there.
Well, I mean, made a good shot on the first possession, then got a stop on the second one. The Toundra made a good shot on their first possession. And then the Vipers got a stop on the second. Offensively, they just don't look like they're in the right place. And that's really with a guard-heavy lineup. You need to make sure to define what your role is. There's a lot of redundancy built in with a heavy guard lineup like what they have in right now. And so that's probably what Coach is doing right now, making sure that everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing on the offensive side.
Very interesting uniforms. I like these Toundra uniforms.
Trying to figure out what's on the front. Some winged something, right?
Well, let's see. So
an owl?
It looks like an owl. So they're in Montreal, Canada. Their general manager is Juan Mendez. Their head coach is Damian Buckley. Much respect. I talked to all of them about the name pronunciations and stuff, and a great organization. And they're in the Basketball Super League. And what else? It looks like an owl. But they came in off their charter bus, and I just got to say they had like all same sweatsuits,
okay.
Everything with the owl or Toundra. Their thing is called Toundra de Montréal, like in French. So very cool. Yeah, it looks like it says on their uniforms Toundra MTL for Montreal. And as we are speaking, Coach, I'm trying to get stats on this season stats for Montreal to see how much farther left, because I was speaking to team management and they mentioned that their season is almost over. So back in action, Dante Ford on the floor for the Vipers. He is driving in, dishes, turnover to Diawara. Over to number 13, Levi Londol, he slams that home. RJ Culbreth also on the court for the Vipers to Dante Ford. Ford driving, dishes in to big man Justin Brown off the mark. Looking for something. RJ Culbreth, great heads-up play, ends up in the hands of Dante Ford. Floater up, no good. He did not stand up there. That would have been a travel. RJ Culbreth with the steal to Darrell Armstrong. Dishes it in. Justin Brown. Great awareness there.
Yeah, great post up by Justin Brown. I think I've got a feeling the Vipers are going to focus on getting him as many touches as they can.
The shot clock yet again.
I'm not sure what just happened right there.
I think it was the shot clock. I'm not sure.
Or maybe a little bit of blood. I'm not sure. But regardless, with the lineup the Toundra have right now, the focus needs to be, and it looks like the Vipers are trying that, is to get Justin Brown the basketball with 2 feet in the paint.
Diawara, rather, to number 4, Brandon Bellotti, who made the layup there. Vipers down by 7. Ford, miscommunication.
Checking in for the Toundra, Mason Jones.
And it's going to the Toundra. Mason Jones is checking in for the Toundra.
You know, I'd like to see the statistics on the shooting percentage and just the points scored for when the Vipers pass the ball in an offensive possession more than 4 possessions or more than 4 times as opposed to less than.
Diawara.
They get great shots, great shots the more they move the basketball around.
He created a lot of space on that missed 3-point opportunity. RZ Carbreth, great defense, ends up in the hands of Darrell Armstrong. Dante Ford brings it up, dishes over. Jalen Reed, 3-point shot up, no good. Back the other way. That's Mason Jones.
Great transition defense by the Vipers.
3-point shot up and good for Mambi Diawara. 36 seconds and counting in the first quarter. Dante Ford driving, dishes out, too high for Justin Brown, and it goes to Montreal. The inbound play from Mason Jones to Diawara. 20 and counting. Vipers down by 10. Double team, dishes out to number 13, and another 3-point shot. That's Levi Londol. Arze Calbreth, tight defense, shot up, off the mark. No good by Mambi Diawara. That's the end of the first quarter with the Toundra up on the Vipers 33-20, and we're back after this on the Basketball League TV. Starting off the second quarter of play, the Valley Vipers and the Montreal Toundra from the Wilkins Athletics and Events Center. As the Toundra inbounds it, number 13, that's Londol, to Diawara. Diawara shifting around the court, dishes it over to 4. Dishes down, I believe that was Londol, who was looking for an open teammate but did not find him. Dante Ford. Center, top of the key, going to the left. Crosses the man, driving, dishes over. Justin Brown, mid-range shot, up and good.
Great job by Dante Ford finding the open post player. The help defense collapsed on him. Just looked for a quick pass to his right and had his big man wide open for the mid-range jump shot.
13 to Diawara. That was Londol with the pass. Back to Londol. Dante Ford. Ford to Armstrong. Back to Ford. Ford to Jalen Reed. Jalen Reed driving around to R.J. Culbreth. Pump fakes, back. Dishes over Justin Brown. Mishandles it. Turnover, number 4 for the Toundra. Brandon Belodi, and he slams it home. Dante Ford. Ford trying to make a play happen over to R.J. Culbreth. Deep three-point shot. It's good! R.J. Culbreth.
I mean, great shot coming around that opposite screen or the opposite wing screen. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Good job.
Mason Jones with the handoff. That's number 4 to number 6, Philip Flory. Hard off the iron, no good. To Dante Ford. Ford around the back. Driving, kicks to R.J. Culbreth. Three-point shot again, hard off the front and the back of the iron. No good. A deep pass.
Should be called a held ball. Yep.
He called that a little bit late, but he got it. That was Belodi with the deep pass, I believe, to Philip Flory. No, I'm sorry, that was Mason Jones. Quentin Scott checking back in for the Vipers. 35-25, the Toundra lead, as the jump ball will be taking place as we see it on our right. We have another stoppage. Up, and it goes to the Toundra. 13. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that?
That was a goaltending call. I mean, he went up to dunk it and then tried to grab it again before he landed again. You can't basically use the rim to pull yourself up to get closer to the basketball.
I didn't know that. That's actually very interesting because that gains a disadvantage if you miss the shot and take it again.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Dante Ford missed that. Second chance by Darrell Armstrong. That's good.
Great offensive rebound. Ball fake after the strong dribble attacking the rim.
Diawara over to Belodi. To 6. Flory to Diawara. Driving in. Mishandled. Dante Ford cannot get a handle on the basketball, and it's a turnover.
But great fundamental defense. The help defense was there. Active hands. I mean, great job by the Vipers just flying towards the basketball. A little bit of a spark defensively here.
Mason.
Like an isolation play for the post player.
A whistle as Anton Mason had the inbound. I'm not sure what's going on, but it looks like Londol will be inbounding it to Mason. Mason jacks up a 3, hard off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound by Mason Jones. Jones double teamed, no good. Rebound by number 7, Amari Haynes. And what do we have here? It looks like a loose ball foul.
Fouls on Dante Ford.
Dante Ford called.
Nervins Demosthenes checks in for the Toundra.
And Nervins Demosthenes checking back in for the Toundra. The ball just seemed to be very loose and just couldn't get a handle, and then the foul call.
The Vipers right now are extremely active defensively with their hands. You know, if the Toundra are loose with the ball, and by loose, the ball far away from their body, the Vipers are getting their hands on it like crazy.
That's number 1 to number 3 at the shot clock horn. That was Demosthenes, no good. Mishandles the ball, Jalen Reed up to Dante Ford. Ford driving, kicks back out right side. Jacks one up, and it's good.
Ford really liked the matchup he had. He told his post player to clear out, see if he could play a little bit of one-on-one.
1-6 to 7, and then into the hands. That's
Fouls on Darrell Armstrong. Checking in for the Toundra, Tafari Beckford.
the foul looks like was on Darrell Armstrong. Looked like a push.
Yeah, I think he was a little late getting to the spot. That being said, he was in the right spot, just maybe a little bit late.
10 dishes to 7. Haynes and a travel call. I thought when the push was called, I thought he traveled before that, but
Right.
I could be wrong.
I mean, maybe his hands were inside. If you bring your hands in and give any sort of contact, extending your arms out almost in a pushing motion, that's probably what was called. But you're right. It did look like there was a lot of feet dragging and movement, maybe an extra step or two.
Reed driving floater hard, no good. Some of these easy floaters are just not going for the Vipers
Reed's
right now.
trying to get to the basket and get in the scores column a little bit more efficiently. Break the ice as you would.
7 to 3, dishes to 6. That's Flory over to 10. Beckford driving. Beckford double team, no good. Gets the rebound. Quentin Scott takes it away. Right side, fast break to Dante Ford. Ford dishes to Scott. What a shot under the basket.
Great job. Great transition. Way to get the ball back to the center of the floor. Made the defenders turn their head, and then Scott was able to cut back door.
Deep 3, no good by Flory.
Toundra look like they're settling for shots right now. Just not working the ball around, want quick possessions.
Jalen Reed dishes down to Quentin Scott. Scott around, mishandles, and it's going to the Toundra. 6:35 left in the second quarter.
For the Toundra, Dominic Welch.
Dominic Welch checking in for the Toundra. And here we go. Dominic Welch with Reed guarding him closely. Demosthenes dishes down to 5 to number 7. That's Haynes. Bucket's good. Dante Ford. Ford driving. 3 looks like he got a hook on him. Up to Darrell Armstrong. Driving. Armstrong. Count the basket, baby.
Great drive, using that strong body of his to get past his defender. Initiated a little bit of contact himself, would actually created a bit more space on the finish. Great left-handed drive.
The Toundra up 37 to 33, and the Vipers want a timeout. This game's a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and a lot of fans in the stands. We're back after this. Vipers basketball on the Basketball League TV. Back out of the timeout, Josh Kirby alongside my broadcast partner Tim Wygant. Darrell Armstrong at the line for the Vipers. 37-33 with 6:01 left. Armstrong shot up and good. The three-point play for Armstrong. Inbound to Demosthenes. Closely guarded by Dante Ford. Tried to get a turnover, did not go.
I like what the Vipers are doing, increasing their defensive intensity to go baseline to baseline.
10-7 to 10. That's Beckford. Beckford driving, shot clock off. He hits the rim in time. Dante Ford driving, fast break transition, hard off the front of the rim, no good. Beckford with the rebound, left side. Dishes down to Amari Haynes. Foul called. The momentum brought him into the referee.
Yeah, I think the foul was probably on the other side that we can't really see from this angle. But I mean, honestly, not a bad foul here. Let's make the post player make it from the free throw line.
Shot up, no good.
So far, good foul
by Amari Haynes. Roper and Mike Brown checking back in for the Vipers. Shot up and good. Darrell Armstrong to Mike Brown. Michael Brown. Top of the key, looking for something, driving fast. Michael Brown kicks out. Jalen Reed, three-point shot. Hard off the front of the iron, no good. Welch to Demosthenes. Top of the key, over to Welch. Welch to Demosthenes once again. dishes out. That's number 14,
Basket by
Anthony Mason, and it's
Tough
good.
shot. Solid defense by the Vipers, and just sometimes shooters make shots.
Brown kicks over to Reed, to Quentin Scott, over to Michael Brown. 9 on the shot clock, over to Reed. Reed to Brown. Brown jacks up a three-point shot. Hard off the front iron, no good. Rebound by the Toundra. That's number 14, Anton Mason, and a foul called.
fouls on Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed called for the foul for the Vipers.
Line for 2 free throws.
That's a tough call. I'm not sure if I saw a lot of contact on that one. Looks like Reed beat him to the spot, and the offensive player just kind of ran into him. I guess we can call that a block.
First shot up and good.
Checking in for the Vipers, Malik Jones.
Malik Jones checking in for the Valley Vipers. Next shot for Mason. Delayed on the shot, but it goes and it's good. Michael Brown with the ball. Kicks top the key to Quentin Scott. To Roper. Dishes down to Armstrong. Armstrong driving. And a foul.
Fouls on Dominic Welch.
Dominic Welch called for the foul with 3:56 left until the half. First shot for Armstrong up and good. One more shot coming for Armstrong. Shot up good. The inbound goes to Demosthenis. Kicks out to Marc-Andre Fortin. To Beckford. Dishes down to number 12, Marc-Andre Fortin for a two-point shot.
They weren't able to switch back off the ball screen. Scott got caught on the guard while Malik Jones was caught on the Toundra post player.
Quentin Scott, the ball gets dislodged into the hands of Roper. Roper driving, shot, and it ends up in looks like an assistant coach's hands for the Toundra, and it goes to the Toundra.
Checking in for the Vipers.
Looking at the Toundra stats, they are overall 8-13. They have a one-game winning streak, a home record of 4-7, and an away record of 4-6. With their last win, 113-112 against the Newfoundland Rogues. Shot up, no good. Quentin Scott to Mike Brown. To Roper, who drives, mislodges, and he steps out of bounds. And a timeout, mandatory timeout, with 2:56 left. But it looks like the Basketball Super League, I have some stats here we'll look over for the Montreal Toundra. And this is out the Basketball Super League. Again, not the Basketball League.
I mean, by looking at the statistics right now, they can score the basketball a little bit. But I'll be honest with you, it looks like they're averaging about 106 points per game, but that's sixth in their league. So I'm not sure if there are slightly different focuses on defense up north. Looks like a lot of points are being scored.
Yeah.
For the most part, every team scoring over 100 points.
I believe Newfoundland's in Canada too, right?
Say that again?
I believe Newfoundland's in Canada too, right?
Oh, absolutely is.
Yeah.
Looks like they all are.
Yeah. Very interesting. How about that? The assistant mayor of Winchester, season ticket holder for the Vipers. 44-36, the Toundra lead the Vipers with 2:56. We're back after this on the Basketball League TV. We're back. The Basketball League TV, Valley Vipers coverage of the Vipers and the Toundra. 44-36 with 2:55 left, and the Toundra with the ball. It is Dominic Welsh with the ball, dishes over to Beckford. Beckford dishes down, that's 410 rather, dishes to Londol, I believe. And jump ball called. I apologize, that was Tafari Beckford who had the ball last.
I mean, great intensity on defense by the Vipers. Very physical. Every time the ball is put on the floor, the Vipers are making contact, doing everything they can to push the Toundra away from the rim or disrupt whatever offensive movement that they want.
Vipers get the jump. Mike Brown driving. The ball dislodged. It stays with the Vipers. Tip.
Good call by the official.
By Montreal.
Good drive by Mike Brown as well.
Brown to take the inbound. That's Mike Brown. Malik Jones, quick inbound. Too hard, and it goes off the other end. Quentin Scott missed the second attempt, going to Dominic Welsh for the Toundra. Driving, up, layup good. 2:06 and counting in the second. Michael Brown, deep lob to Quentin Scott. Scott, shoot, scores. Deep 2-point shot there.
Yeah, if the Toundra continue to give him that much space, shoot it every time. He's a good shooter. And with 6 feet of daylight to shoot, he should be pulling every time.
Three-pointer there by Anton Mason. Brown kicks out to Scott. Scott steps back, short on the three-point opportunity. Rebound by Welch. Kicks to 410. Deep shot, hard off the front iron, no good. Michael Brown. Brown to Malik Jones. Jones kicks out to Scott, over to Brown. Brown dishes down to Justin Brown. Shot did not go. I mean, what's the deal with that? It looks like he's looking good. The shot just didn't go.
It was a good-looking shot. It went halfway down. I don't think that Justin knew how open he was. He came around on that baseline flex cut and had a lot of space. Should have just been a quick, easy turn to the inside and no fadeaway needed. Great move.
Mason.
Shot's normally going to go in.
Anton Mason with that three-point shot. With 44 and counting. Roper with the ball. Jacks up a three. Bang! What a three-point shot there. They needed that one, 52-41 with the Toundra leading.
Need a defensive stop and a bucket here.
Kicks out 5-10. That's Beckford. Now they're trading three-point shots. 23 left and a foul called.
Fouls on Nervins, Michael Brown at the line, 2 free throws.
Demo Stennis at the line, shooting 2.
Little chirping back and forth, looks like, between the bench and Mike Brown.
First shot up and good. Coach is asking for a technical. Not sure what's going on. Second shot up and good.
Finger pointing. That's what's going on. It was him. He said this. He said that. It was him. It was them.
I mean, I don't know. But anyways, 10 on the clock. Looks like Mason has the ball. Driving, kicks over to Welsh. No good, hard off the front iron. Justin Brown, and that is the buzzer for halftime. Toundra up 55-43 at the half. We'll take an extend. Dominic Welsh to inbound to Nervins Demosthenes. Coming up the floor. Dishes down to Mason. Back up to Demosthenes. Quick to number 5. That is Dominic Welsh. Back the other way. Quentin Scott to Michael Brown.
Great help side defense by Melvin. Getting a deflection and saving the ball to his teammate.
Brown, top of the key, dishes down short to Scott. Scott over, kicks over to Roper. Roper hesitates, floater up, no good. That was Mason who saved it from going out of bounds. Goes to number 10, Tafari Beckford. Ends up in the hands of
Two
Jalen
possessions in a
Melvin.
row by Melvin.
Oh.
Getting the deflections.
Oh, Tremel Anthony just mishandled that. That's oh man.
Good job running the floor by the Vipers, though.
Yeah.
I mean, good job running. 2 defensive stops in a row, not even giving up a shot off deflections. Just need to focus on this end. Focus on the offensive end. High percentage shots and chip away at this lead.
Demosthenes to Mason, passing it all around the Toundra R. Down to number 5, kicks out to 410, shot no good. Ends up in the hands of Anthony to Scott. Left side, driving, dishes over to Roper, cross court, wide open, 3-point shot does not go. Number 3, Demosthenes, kicks to number 5, floater. It is blocked by Jalen Melvin. Quick transition. Quentin Scott with the slam dunk, baby.
Well, great block by Melvin. Quick securing of the rebound or securing of the deflection by Mike Brown. And we know Scott can run the floor and elevate, so excellent transition basket. Hopefully this is a spark the Vipers can use to get this ball rolling a little bit.
Hey, you knew that was coming from a mile away,
oh,
didn't you?
Yeah.
12 second chance effort. That was 410, no good. Michael Brown to Scott. Scott driving, stays with the Vipers.
4 stops in a row by the Vipers on defense. Great intensity. But have only been able to secure 1 basket so far. So we'd be looking hopefully at like only a 6 or 7 point lead right now. But let's see if we can get a bucket here.
Well, let me tell you this. Quentin Scott, he's pretty much good for a dunk a game, it seems like.
Look at this back screen from the point guard from Mike Brown. Hopefully we can get Scott the basketball.
Roper into the hands of Roper, over to Brown. Brown guarded by Demosthenes. Kicks down to Melvin. Melvin kicks, drives around the basket. Great move there.
Great move. I feel like Melvin looks extremely healthy tonight. I'm not sure if he's been banged up. He's wearing that black leg sleeve, but
Mason.
he's anticipating well, both offensively and defensively.
to Bellotti rather, to Mason. Mason kicks. I think that's a deep 2-point shot. It is. The official confirms it. Roper to inbound to Mike Brown. 57-47 Vipers, down by 10 with 8:53 in the third. Kicks over to Tremel Anthony to Jalen Melvin. Melvin over to Mike Brown. Kicks around. Brown to Scott. Closely guarded. Fakes to Anthony. Anthony around. Kicks. Drives. Floater. Shot clock violation is called. That was close.
That was close. A little bit too patient on offense.
.8:32 left. The Toundra to get the inbound. That's Beckford to Demosthenes. Floats one to 410. Kicks around. Finds a wide open Tafari Beckford. No good. Rebound by Mike Brown. Quick transition. Quentin Scott around, and look at that layup.
I mean, great job attacking the rim. You know, essentially 1-on-2 because that helped defense dropped in. Very interesting three-point shot previously by the Toundra. You notice the bench was clapping before he even shot it right behind him. I'm not quite sure,
Sheesh.
you know, how that was supposed to improve the shot. You know,
That's 10-4 Bellotti. The layup did not go. That was Bellotti, and you could visibly hear his frustration even from atop our broadcast perch as Quentin Scott misses that deep 2-point from the corner. Beckford kicks to 410. Drives in. Second chance. Demosthenes with the second chance. I did not see who fell down for the Toundra, but it looks like he is fine. I believe that was 410. Quentin Scott hands off to Brown. Brown over to Roper. Roper, a lot of movement, keeps that pivot foot, and the layup is good.
He absolutely did. Absolutely kept that pivot foot.
Wow. That was very, very, very good. Demosthenes. Driving. Kicks out to a wide open. The tight sideline strikes again.
Skinny sideline strikes again. It's good for 2 or 3 turnovers a game. Not sure which side.
I was talking to team market owner Rodney earlier today. While they were making the 3-point line, you step out on that court, you really don't have that much room.
No, not at all.
I mean, if you actually step down there, it's like you have to be accurate and you cannot step back.
Well, there's
all.
no way to step into it. There's
Yeah.
no way to step in because you're out of bounds when you receive the basketball.
Timeout called. The Toundra up 59-51. Let's see what the Vipers can do after this. Vipers basketball on the Basketball League TV. Back with you, the Basketball League TV, the Toundra up on the Vipers, 59-51. Josh Kirby, Tim Wygant getting this show back on the road. Tremel Anthony to inbound to Michael Brown. Two people pressing for the Toundra. Quick pass from Roper to Anthony. Second chance, no good. Into the hands of Londole, driving. It is blocked by Quentin Scott. Quick pass. It goes to Michael Brown. Brown kicks out to Roper. Three-point shot. Bang! Nothing but net, baby.
Great sequence by the Vipers. And actually, great job offensively the last possession. Just Tremel came up a little bit off on that shot. Looks like the Toundra were trying to come out with some type of a half-court trap. Quickly broken. The ball was reversed to the opposite wing and then to the opposite deep corner where Tremel was able to attack the rim. Just came a little bit short, but active hands on defense, couple of deflections, got out in transition, even though the ball was, I guess, mishandled a little bit twice, but Mike Brown came out of the fold with the ball. Quick kick out to Roper. High arcing three-point shot. I mean, I'll take that shot every day.
I think I just noticed the coach for the Toundra was visibly upset. He came outside onto the court to try to get that timeout as fast as he could.
Well, I mean, as coaches, when you're calling a timeout, you actually can go pretty much anywhere you want on the floor.
Yeah.
That all being said, there's very little continuity on offense by the Toundra, and credit the Vipers defense to being as disruptive as they are right now. And they're getting their hands on a lot of basketballs. They're doubling the post. They're making it difficult to get a clean look, and then save maybe a quick layup in that 25-foot 2-point layup that their point guard was able to shoot at the tail end of a shot clock possession. Defensively, they are very sound right now and have effectively cut the lead in half.
The lead is getting slimmer for the Montreal Toundra, 59-54. As you just mentioned, Tim, a great sequence of events they just had. As the Toundra lead 59-54, we'll step out a quick timeout. We're back after this on the Basketball League TV. We're back, the Basketball League TV out of the timeout. The Toundra with the ball in the hands of Diawara. Three-point shot up, no good. Into the hands of Roper. Roper for the Vipers. Kicks to Quentin Scott. Scott over to Brown. Brown taking his time, dishes into Melvin. Melvin kicks to Scott. Quick, and a foul called.
Good backdoor by Scott.
Yeah, Mommy Diawara called for the foul there.
Melvin did a great job taking a couple of quick relief dribbles into his post player and then keeping his head up watching for cutters.
Tremel Anthony to inbound to Mike Brown. Brown shuffling over to Anthony, to Scott. Lobs one up to Jalen Melvin. Kicks back, and the shot's good.
Basket by Jalen Melvin.
For the Toundra. Diawara taking it up, hands off to Bellotti, to Londole. jacks a three. That's good. And to Mason. Michael Brown to get the inbound. 62-56 Toundra lead. Roper getting closely guarded, drives, mishandles the basketball, kicks to Scott, mishandles it, gets it right back. Trying to make something happen. Scott gonna drive, floater, no good. Second chance and a foul call.
Yeah, a lot of contact on both shots right there. Scott looked like he got hit by one or two guys on the way up. Great offensive rebound there by Melvin, and he immediately got hacked on the putback. Quick quarter so far, only 4:40 left.
4 minutes, 40 seconds. A quick quarter to the side of the Vipers as we speak, with Jalen Melvin going to the line, shooting two, and the first one goes.
Melvin started tonight. He's given some solid minutes.
15 minutes, 25 seconds to be exact.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Very much a lot of quality minutes right now, being very productive while he's on the floor.
And the second shot goes. You got 2-3 Vipers players over 20 minutes so far in this game. Worth noting. 13, hands off to 14. That's Mason. Dishes back to Londol. Londol kicks one out. It's good. Roper kicks over to Michael Brown. Left side. Brown driving. Stops. Floater up. No good. Back the other way. That is Diawara driving. What's the call?
If they called that on Roper, there was no contact there. He got all basketball, and the Toundra offensive player just went up and lost it.
Yes, the foul is on Miles Roper.
It's a tough call. That was good fundamental defense.
First shot up, no good for Diawara. One more shot coming. Shot up, good. Melvin inbounds to Mike Brown. Brown with 4 minutes left in the third. Top the key, dishes it to Scott, to Quentin Anthony, Tremel Anthony, rather, excuse me. Shot no good, hard off the iron. Quick transition, 13 ends up in the hands of 14. Deep three-point shot by Anton Mason for the Toundra. Michael Brown left side again.
Lead back up to 10. Just a couple of empty possessions by the Vipers. I mean, getting 2 feet in the paint, high percentage shots, just not making them.
Scott to Brown. Brown driving up and good. Good athleticism there by Michael Brown.
Great drive. Read the screen the right way.
And a deep three-point shot.
3 quick three-point shots. I think 3 threes in the last 5 possessions, with another 2-point shot by the Toundra, and leads back up to 11.
So Lester Connor, coach of the Vipers, obviously wants a timeout after that. 71-60, Toundra lead, and we're back after this on the Basketball League TV. Back in action, the Basketball League TV out of the timeout. The Valley Vipers inbounding Michael Brown. Michael Brown, athleticism there, another layup. Way to get things started early out of the timeout.
Yeah, poor help side defense. Late switch by the Toundra. Mike was able to get 2 feet past every defender, and when that happens, it's just it's over.
One flings it to 13, back to one. That's Diawara. Into the hands of Jalen Melvin. Michael Brown. Brown looking, drives, kicks out. Oh, the tight sideline strikes again.
That's 2. The tight sideline is undefeated.
That's our new motto here, the tight sideline.
We always said Mother Nature's undefeated when you're playing outside, but I guess the tight sideline's undefeated here.
Yeah. To Diawara. Kicks to Flory. And 4-10 slams it home for the Toundra. Michael Brown driving, steps back, fires off a shot hard off the side iron, no good. Back the other way, Diawara driving, dishes behind his back to a wide open Levi Londol for the bucket. Behind the back stuff there, and he found him wide open there.
Well, everyone was kind of just staring at what was happening with the basketball, and that is a tough situation because that just leaves you open for backdoor cuts.
Michael Brown with that 2-point layup there into the hands of Philip Flory to Diawara. Diawara looking for an open man, finds Mason. Mason dishes down to 4-10 to Londol. 3-point shot off the mark. Loose ball foul.
That was absolutely the right call by the official. I'm all for pushing a little bit of hand extension on the chest or on the hip to get an offensive or defensive rebound, but not up by the neck, not up above the shoulders.
Yeah.
That was an easy call.
So Jalen Reed to inbound it to Michael Brown. Brown to Reed. Reed back to Brown. Brown fakes, thinks about it. Looking to set something up. Over to Reed. Reed jacks one deep, hard off the side iron, no good. Into the hands of legend James Frisbee. Does a lot of good in the community, Frisbee does.
Oh, yeah, he's an outstanding person, a great influence on young people, and will do anything that's asked of him.
Offensive control. Holy cow.
Well, I mean, it's clearly an offensive control foul. Melvin set up early. I think he might have leaned a little bit early. But that all being said, from the angle that the official called it, there's no way that official could see it.
I did not get the number on who committed the offensive foul. And trying to figure something out. Jalen Reed to inbound it to Mike Brown. Diawara with the tight defense backing off of Brown. 28 and counting.
Vipers need to get a bucket here to end the quarter. Keep this at single digits. Get this 2 and keep this at single digits.
19. Shot clock at 9. Brown driving. Kicks over. That's not what you're looking for there.
Well, that was a great job by Mike getting around, and I understand trying to get that 3-point shot. That's an outstanding opportunity for a backdoor cut. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone is looking then at trying to help defense. Backdoor cut, get a nice little bounce pass at the opposite block and get a layup. I understand wanting to get that outside shot, but that backdoor cut was available.
That's Diawara. Cross court to 5 to number 13 at the horn. That is Levi Londol.
Frustrating end of the quarter. Got it to within, I think, 3 at one point. But hot shooting by the Toundra, hit a couple of threes again that quarter where the Vipers probably only hit one. And back up to 13. Got their work cut out for them to finish the game.
Toundra up 77-64. We're back after this on the Basketball League TV. Start of the fourth quarter coming up next. Back, start of the fourth quarter for the Vipers. Jalen Reed to inbound to Dante Ford, to Arze Culbreth, over to a double dribble. I believe he tried to get it to Darrell Armstrong, a miscommunication there, and ends up being a double dribble.
Yeah, a lot of dribbling out on the perimeter there with no advancing towards the basket. I'm not sure if just the guards weren't on the same page there or didn't know what offensive set they were running. But that mistake can't happen on the first possession of the fourth quarter.
Flory to Diawara, back to Flory. Three-point shot up and good. Justin Brown with the inbound to Dante Ford. Ford driving up the court. Driving. Hands off to Reed to Armstrong. Armstrong looking for something. Hands off to Arze Culbreth. Over to Ford. Ford looks back to Culbreth. Jacks a three up. No good. Back the other way. Diawara kicks over to 7. Around, a block called. 2 shots coming. Looks like Darrell Armstrong and Londole went down pretty hard.
See, that's a tough call for Armstrong there. He beat him to the spot. Maybe he turned a little bit so he didn't hit him square. But not getting hit square does not necessarily mean it's a foul. So I disagree with that call right there. I don't think an offensive foul should have been called. It should have just been a no whistle. It's contact on a drive. It happens.
First shot up and good as Philip Flory is at the line. Second shot up and good. 82-64. The Toundra lead. Ford over to Arze Culbreth. To Darrell Armstrong. Armstrong kicks over to Ford. Ford looking. Kicks back to Reed. Reed jacks one up. 3-point shot. Caught in the corner. No good. 10:35 left. Diawara driving. Closely guarded by Ford. Dishes around. Last touch by Arze Colbreth.
Good anticipation by Colbreth on the baseline. Saw that cutter and cut in front. Made sure to disrupt the cut just a little bit so the ball didn't hit two blue hands. It's going to be a lob to number 7 on the ball side block. Watch. Or the ball side high post.
Let's see. Out of bounds. Went to Flory a little bit too high there.
Yeah, great defense by the Vipers. It looked like they disrupted what the play was supposed to be.
Ford closely guarded by Diawara. Gets some help by Brown. Over to Arze Colbreth. Colbreth over to Ford. Ford looking, driving to Reed. Reed driving in. A block. 2 shots coming for Jalen Reed.
You know, I like this. The Vipers have to start attacking the rim. Lengthen the game out, get to the free throw line, give your guys a little bit of a break while you're shooting 1 and 2. But right now, the Vipers need stops on this end and high percentage shots over here.
Amari Haynes called for the foul. First shot off the mark by Jalen Reed. 1 more shot coming. Reed shot up good. Inbound to Diawara, immediately to Dominic Welsh. Hands off to Diawara. Kicks to number 5, back to Diawara. Fakes the 3. That was Welsh, by the way. Driving, cross corner, mid-air, finds a wide open Philip Flory as the shot clock horn sounds. I mean, the ball movement there was spectacular.
Well, there was no settling for shots, using every second that they could. And then, I mean, just dead-eye shooting right now from the outside by the Toundra.
Darrell Armstrong!
Once again, need to keep attacking. Just keep attacking. Attack the rim. Get to the free throw line. Lengthen the game. That's going to be key right now.
Haynes called for the foul.
But I tell you what, can't be trading buckets on this end. I mean, need to get stops here.
Darrell Armstrong at the line to shoot 2. First shot up. Excuse me, he was shooting 1. The basket did go. No good on the shot. Welsh hands off, top of the key to Diawara, closely guarded by Arze Colbreth. Over to Flory. 3-point shot, no good. Going to the Vipers, last touch by Montreal. Fourth quarter, 9:08. Toundra up 85-67. Dante Ford. Over to Jalen Reed. Reed jacks up a 3. It's good. Back the other way to Welch. Mishandled into the hands of Diawara. Diawara driving. Kicks. That is number 7. Hard off the iron, no good. Amari Haynes. Fast break. Arze Colbreth looking for the 3, does not go. Offensive rebound by Ford. Ford kicks out and looking to drive into Justin Brown. Swatted by number 7 into the hands of Londole, and now into the hands of Diawara. Over to Londole again, no good. Ford driving. A foul called. So on that last sequence, you have Arze who stops to look for the three. Why don't you drive in there?
Well, I mean, Arze's always been a great shooter, and it's all about being comfortable right there. But I can tell you what, at this point in time, you know, it goes in great. I mean, you've cut the lead down to 12, right? I think right there you're exactly right. It's more important. Put some more pressure on that defense. Dribble, attack through. If they stop you, reverse pivot, and you still get a three-point shot, right? Got other shooters on the floor. But I do like the idea. If it goes in, awesome. Transition threes are daggers. But right now, trying to continue to chip away. Need a bit more consistency shooting from the outside.
Philip Flory with the three-point shot. After 1 of 2 from the free throw line went for the Vipers. Quentin Scott fakes, drives, over to Armstrong. It's blocked. Scott, Reed jacks one. Hard off the back, no good. 6-5. That's Welsh. Layup, second attempt, no good. That's number 10. Third attempt, that goes to Fari Beckford. And Lester Connor wants a timeout. 90-71, the Toundra. On top of the Vipers, 7:17 left, and we're back after this on the Basketball League TV. Out of the timeout. 7:17 left. The Vipers to take the inbound, and the clock rolls. Dante Ford driving, kicks out to Jalen Reed. The tight sideline again.
Frustrating.
I just want to ask our cameraman, I know that three-point line's bigger, but do you ever get a tight sideline for your games? Just depends, yeah.
Well, I tell you what a lot of leagues do is they actually make the three-point shot from the court. You see it in the NBA, shorter. considerably shorter. Now, I'm not sure if they do it here, too.
Off the mark, that was Mason. Did you see in the women's tournament, though, the three-point lines?
I don't know. What do you mean?
They were not the same on either side.
Oh, they're not. No, you're right. They're not.
No, like one side was completely different than the other.
I did see in that game.
I think Arze Culbreth got called for a...
I think it was the NC State-Texas game or something like that.
Yeah, they agreed to play, but I'm like, the difference is substantial. And how do you let that happen?
Attention to detail.
So Arze Culbreth got called, I think, for a trip. First shot up, no good by Philip Flory. 6:32 left. Next shot up, good. One more left. Yeah, but going back to that, they agreed to play, but I'm like, I'm not sure how that happens, to be honest.
I'm not sure either.
Up and good.
Sounds like the topic or a subject of a Snickers commercial. Somebody fell asleep or was hungry or something.
Reed to Ford. Kicks down to Arze Culbreth. Driving over to Reed. Kicks out. Is that a 2 or a 3? Deep 2-point shot. That's a deep 2-point shot. 14-13. Lob. Oh, that was just luck. That just tipped off his fingertips. That was Philip Flory. Dante Ford up and good. That was just very...
Yeah, that was odd. I don't think I've ever actually seen that happen before.
Sheds off Darrell Armstrong. That was number 14, Antoine Mason, no good. Quentin Scott driving, mishandles the basketball, gets it back, lobs it up, no good. Darrell Armstrong trying to get it into the hands of Jalen Reed, mishandled to 5. Fast break, 3 on none. My goodness. I thought he was going to slam that, but Antoine Mason with the fast break bucket there. Dante Ford, no good. What do we have?
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a push on the layup. Not sure why the baseline official didn't call it, but it was clear that Ford got to the rim and got hip checked a little bit.
Dominic Welch called for the foul. The Toundra are at 5 fouls, so the Vipers are shooting 2. Again, big thanks to Shenandoah University for making today's live stream of Valley Vipers basketball on the Basketball League possible. We cannot thank them enough for coming out and doing this for us tonight. As the first shot goes for Dante Ford.
Checking in for the Vipers, Denmark Slay.
Denmark Slay checking in for the Valley Vipers. Next shot up and good. Inbound goes to Antoine Mason. Mason kicks up to Bellotti. 8 over to 10 to number 14. Kicking it over to 4. Driving, that's number 8 to number 4 at the shot clock horn, no good. That's Brandon Bellotti. Dante Ford, 4:45 and counting. Driving, foul called, and the blocked ball goes straight into the official. Dante Ford going to the line shooting 2.
I mean, I like the idea what Ford is doing right now. Hopefully it's not a little too little too late, but put the ball on the floor, get to the free throw line, lengthen out the game.
Dante Ford at the line.
First shot up and good. And the next shot hard. Darrell Armstrong And he gets popped for the offensive foul.
Great offensive rebound. That's a tough call. With all the contact that we saw in the previous possessions down low, that's a tough call to swallow right there.
So the inbound goes to Beckford, quickly to Jones. Dishes over to number 4. An athletic play by Brandon Bellotti. Fast break. Quentin Scott up, off the mark. Offensive rebound by Slay, and it gets stolen right back. Fast break. He tried the alley-oop. It did not work. And foul call. They tried the alley-oop there, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to one hand. He should have just honestly grabbed it with two and just laid it up. I mean, I understand trying to go for the hammer, but make the basket first.
Denmark Slay at the line, shooting 2 for the Vipers, 4:13 left. First shot up, good. Next shot up, good. Inbound goes to Mason Jones. Jones kicks over to Mason. Around to number 4 to number 10. Dishes over to number 8. They're just moving the ball all around. Mason Jones did not go. Foul called. Beckford had the ball trying to go up. 3:54 left, 98-80 with the Toundra leading.
Beckford at the line.
Beckford at the line. First shot up and good.
Checking in for the Vipers, Dante Ford, and for the Toundra, Mari Haynes.
Next shot up, good. Armstrong inbounds to Ford. Ford over to Slay, they're pressing. That's Jones, Slay. Over to Malik Jones to Ford. Ford driving to Arze Colbreth, driving over to Slay. Slay driving, trying to make something happen, and a foul called.
Fouls on Brandon Bellotti.
Brandon Bellotti called for the hit and 2 shots coming.
Yeah, good patience by the Vipers. I just don't think it's a lot of sense of urgency right now. I mean, gave up a couple of kick-out shots. Got some shooters on the floor right now. Need to find that open man and be ready to pull the trigger.
First shot for Slay up and good.
Checking in for the Toundra, Irvin and Steno Stennis.
Demo Stennis checking back in for Montreal. Next game for the Vipers is on the road at the Reading Rebels. Then next weekend, the Raleigh Firebirds and Albany. So we got a full slate next weekend with the Firebirds and Albany after an away matchup with the Rebels. Foul call.
So we got away next weekend and then home the following weekend, 2 games? Is that what
No,
you said?
there's a game on the 18th, 7 o'clock against the Rebels. Then this weekend, Saturday, against the Raleigh Firebirds. And Sunday against Albany, the Albany Patroons. Shot up and good. Brandon Bellotti. One more coming. Shot up, good. 313, 102, 82. Inbound to Dante Ford. Ford to Darrell Armstrong. Over to Malik Jones. Kicks out. 3-point shot, good. Dominic Bellotti, excuse me. No, I apologize. That's Mason Jones. Kicks it out, no good. Darrell Armstrong tightrope the sideline.
Quick possession there by the Toundra. I'm not quite sure why. Get another quick possession here.
Kicks out to Malik Jones. 3-point shot, rims in and out. Fast break for the Toundra. That's number 4, foul called.
I tell you what, that last shot, if that last shot by Jones goes in, then it's doable. 14-point lead with 2.5 minutes left, that's doable. Hopefully we get a stop and a couple of big buckets here in the next 2-3 possessions.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Valley Vipers basketball on the Basketball League TV. Back in action, Valley Vipers basketball on the Basketball League TV. Josh Kirby alongside my broadcast partner, Tim Wygant. 2 shots coming for Brandon Bellotti. Shot up, hard off the front iron, no good.
Tough to hit free throws actually out of a timeout like that. Kind of interesting that they called it right there, but it is what it is.
Next shot up, good. Malik Jones inbounding to Dante Ford.
Got to go quick here.
Ford.
Keep chipping away.
Kicks over to Armstrong. Right back to Ford, foul call.
I can see what Coach Connor is trying to say. I mean, that ball was actually above the rim when it was blocked, so technically that should have been considered goaltending even though Ford got fouled. A foul on a shot does not negate goaltending.
So he made the first. Next shot up, hard off the back iron, no good.
Great hustle play by Armstrong.
He just threw it to the defender's legs. I guess that's just heads-up defense right there.
Well,
Offense.
It's just, not giving up on a play.
Ford over to Slay. Quick jumper, no good. Rebound 4-10 to Mason Jones. Over to Demosthenis, lobs it in to 4-10. 4-10, floater, no good. Dante Ford gets it under 2 minutes. Driving and foul.
Ford's doing a great job right now getting to the rim. I wish the Vipers would have done this maybe a little bit sooner. Settle for a lot of outside shots in the third quarter. But this is a way they can have success moving forward. May not happen today, but I like what I'm seeing here.
2 shots coming for Dante Ford. Shot hard off the back iron, no good.
Can see a little bit of frustration on the Vipers bench right now. Some of these free throws aren't going in here towards the end.
Next shot up, good. The inbound goes to Demosthenis. Tight defense by Ford. Over to 4-10. To Jones. Dishes down and he slams it home. That's Bellotti. Ford. Left side. And tipped by the Montreal defender, Denmark Slay. Jacks one up, short, no good. Rebound by Ford, up, no good, foul call.
Fouls on Mason Jones. Dante Ford at the line.
So speaking of the schedule, this is sort of like a Lakers type situation because you got Apple Blossom coming up, and this facility is used for pretty much anything and everything, including the Partlow Insurance Agency Sports Breakfast. And the Vipers are going to be on the road for a portion of maybe less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Lakers and the Grammys. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So the inbound pass to Jones. Over to 4-10. Steal by Malik Jones. Over to Denmark Slay. Slay driving. Mishandle, gets it right back. Dante Ford jacks it. It's good. 1:06, 105-90. They're chipping away at this lead, but do they have time? Demosthenis kicks over to Bellotti. To Demosthenis. Kicks to 12-4. That's Bellotti. Bellotti drives up at the shot clock horn. It's good. Tight defense. Dante Ford. Quick transition to Denmark Slay. Foul called. Looked like a block on Brandon Bellotti. Two shots coming for Denmark Slay. Again, Coach, not ideal circumstances, but I think we did pretty good at a different vantage point.
Hey, I don't like it as much as down there, but you know what? Any day we get to watch a basketball game is a good day for me.
As the second shot goes for Denmark Slay. Again, big thanks to Shenandoah University and their help in making today's Valley Vipers broadcast on the Basketball League TV possible. I believe that's Philip Flory dishes it up to Demosthenis. 20 on the game clock, 7 on the shot clock. 8, wide open, tipped, no good. A travel,
Traveling violation.
and it goes to the Vipers. Shot clock off, 13.8 left.
Yeah, if anybody's watching this, they might have seen me roll my eyes. That's not a travel. That was clearly a shot, an attempted shot by the Tundra's player. I know he self-caught an air ball, but that is not a travel, not in any league.
Ford,
As long as the referee attempts or understands that was a shot attempt.
Ford made that shot. All the Tundra can do can hold it as the horn sounds, and that's the ball game. The Tundra 107,